Hello, love. I went through my cards and I asked what kind of reading should I do right now. And the card that came out was a spiritual card, and I almost laughed at spirit. No, I did. Because I'm like, every reading is spiritual. So yeah, we're going to do a spiritual tarot reading. Let's see what comes out. We're going to begin with something from the Kuan Yin Oracle. So what's the message that wants to come out right now? Most valuable message for us in regards to spiritual things. So I was like, okay, spiritual reading. And so I'm sitting here like every reading is spiritual, but okay, we could do a spiritual reading. And then I'm like, oh, I know what decks to use. So we're going to start with the Kuan Yin Oracle. And the card that we have coming out from the Kuan Yin Oracle is Shining Lotus. Ooh. Card number 26. She's a pretty. Let's see what it says about the Shining Lotus. So if you've been drawn to this reading, it's for you. There's something here for you. Okay. There are times when it makes sense to be discreet until you find your inner strength so that you feel empowered enough to share your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs without wavering, even in the face of challenge by another. At other times, we benefit ourselves and others by taking a risk in allowing the inner lotus blossom of our true self to shine forth for all to behold. Have you been hiding in a spiritual closet, beloved? Sometimes it makes sense to avoid sharing your thoughts and feelings about spiritual beliefs and other personal matters until they are clearer in your own mind. However, there are also times when hiding your deepest truths away from the world will no longer protect you, but actually hold you back from living your divine destiny, shining the lotus light of your own soul and walking your path in the world. This does not mean that you have to make a grand announcement unless that's what's in your heart, but it does suggest that there is something within you that you could share with another or be more open about in your life more generally. It might be a talk with a loved one about some significant feelings that you have kept to yourself, or beginning to be more open about your beliefs and your abilities. Once you put your energy into the world, you magnetically attract like-minded souls into your life, which will then encourage you to share yourself even more. Don't worry if there are those that seem to be challenged or threatened by your beliefs. They don't have to be the same beliefs as you for you and them to be safe and loved on the spiritual path, which is unique for all of us. You and others can benefit greatly from you staying true to your heart and at the same time being open to the fact that they will have their own truths that may differ from yours. And that is just the way that it is. You don't have to convince others or be convinced of anything yourself. All you need to do is listen to your own heart. If there is something that you've been holding within, you are guided to listen to your heart for the right time and the best way to share it. Let the lotus light of your own heart, your own soul, your own inner truth shine openly, beloved. Be gentle with yourself and know that you have a right to be here on this planet in your own truth, and that no matter what the response, whether a response of affirmation and love or a response of discomfort, your truth serves the greater good. Trust in the strength of this lotus light shining. It's more powerful than fear or doubt. It will light your way more deeply onto your spiritual path of peace, purpose, and power. Take a moment to stand or sit comfortably, making sure you have adequate room to move your arms. If you cannot do this healing physically for any reason, then imagine it taking place in your mind's eye, visualizing yourself doing the process energetically. Quietly in your mind or aloud, affirm the following. I now choose to open my heart and reveal the lotus of truth and peace shining within. I choose to reveal my truth based in unconditional love and non-judgment. I reveal it for the greatest good, and I trust in the unfoldment of the universe. Blessed by the grace and mercy of Kuan Yin, so be it. Take a slow, deep breath in and open your arms wide at the same time. Imagine the breath igniting the lotus in your heart, sending it a light, and the heart lotus shining brightly like a star in the center of your chest. You may feel emotion releasing. Just let it come and go as you breathe in and out with your arms wide for a few moments. Then, on a deep, slow out breath, lift your arms and imagine the lotus of light shining light out into the universe with love. Then, with your arms high and looking slightly up, say, I am safe in my truth. I reveal myself with love. It is fun to be me. My lotus light shines forth to benefit all humanity. So this is talking about being at peace and love with your own spirituality. It talked about sometimes there's a time to benefit from being silent about your truth, but that there's also a time to be outspoken about it, to share it with others. I can completely vibe with that because there are times where I feel and think and have my spiritual ideas and processes, and I keep them to myself. And then there's other times where I share them here with you. So there's a time and place for everything, I hear. Let's go next into the Starseed Oracle and see what else. What do we have for our spiritual tarot reading today? Here it is. And it says, we the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So a portal is a way to travel from one place to another, okay? Shining Lotus, you've had some time on your own. Now sharing what you're going to share. It's like, did you take some time to yourself to get together with what you believe so that you can then go speak it to somebody else? I mean, this could be in an interpersonal relationship or just like in general. Like you haven't told somebody the ideas you've been having in your mind about spirituality, the things that you've learned lately, but maybe you will soon. Let's see what the Hathors has to say, we the Hathors. It says birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the Cosmic Mother and you're being called to be held by her love, her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card, reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the Mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on Earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the Mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your own sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the Cosmic Mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the Cosmic Mother, flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow the deep love of the Cosmic Mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I am held. So interesting. It's almost like I see like, do you want me to hold your hand like while you tell what you really think, how you really feel, or what you really believe? That's the feeling. But it's without the sarcasm, and they really mean it. Like spirit, your guides, they're like, yes, let's do this. Come on, we got you. We're holding your hand. So let's see what we have also for our spiritual tarot reading from the Work Your Light Oracle cards. What is the most valuable message? What is the message that I'm to deliver here as a messenger? This one. Okay. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Get grounded. And I'm hearing you can do this anywhere you're at. So somebody here, you're about to speak publicly about some things that you know to be true. And in preparation for that, it's like before you take the mic, right before you take the mic, before you get on stage, while you're in the hole, in other words, because it's like, or while you're on deck, right? On deck, in the hole, those are stage terms for who's next and who's after the next one. While you're on deck, while you're in the hole, you need to ground yourself, reconnect, and breathe. I heard and breathe. Okay. So let's see what this card wants to say to add to our message of spiritual. You are being called to get grounded, to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it's all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pulled this card, you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are two types of people: those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high-frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature. Put your hands on a tree. Your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. Do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. So we did a reading recently entitled Invoke the Energy. And so the whole time I'm reading about this card, from the time we pulled it, it's like, you can invoke the energy. Even if you can't go there, you can invoke the energy. So while you're in the hole or on deck, you can visualize yourself touching the tree or with your feet in the earth or in the ocean or whatever grounds you, right? So get grounded before you speak about what you've been holding in. And if you have something difficult to say to another human, why not just let them know? You know what? You might need to have a seat. Grab yourself a drink, get a smoke, whatever you need, just have a seat. I have some interesting news to tell you. You're going to want to sit down for this. Prep them before you drop a bomb, please. Okay. What's the most valuable message we have from the Soul Journey lesson cards? And then we'll go into the Urban Tarot and see what experience comes out. All right. What's the message? What's the Soul Journey lesson? We have a lesson here on the spiritual tarot reading, because not all tarot readings are spiritual, apparently. Ha, ha, ha. All right, here we go. Interesting. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Envy. That's an interesting energy to come out right here. It kind of doesn't really seem to go, are you afraid of somebody being envious of what you have to do? Are you envious of somebody else's abilities and what you're about to present? Are you about to tell somebody you're envious of something that they're doing? Is that what it is? I don't know, but let's see. Maybe somebody is envious of you and you've been sensing it. We will see what comes out. You must learn to accept that the obstacles in your life have been chosen by you. To be jealous of the soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to covet the perceived luxuries of someone on a different journey, but to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You have chosen this life in these circumstances for a reason. By disregarding that and following in the footsteps of another, you are only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. You never truly know what is going on in another person's life and what personal challenges he or she may face. So to be envious is a fool's game. Be authentic to your inner voice, because only you know what is in your best interests. If you don't follow your own path, you will have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your real original lessons again. Is it that you feel like somebody else is better at telling their truth than you are? Let's see what's going on in this experience. I'm going to go ahead and pull a Celtic spread. My own way I extend that. Let's see what we have for this message. So let's see your energy for this spiritual tarot reading. What's the energy? Is somebody jealous of another person's spirituality and or spiritual abilities? Feeling like, I want to do that too? Okay, what's your energy? One card, please. And please have one card. Can we please have one card? Yes, please, and thank you. Just one, this one. Thank you. The star. You're a shining star. No matter who you are, shining bright, you'll see what you could truly be. Somebody here. Yeah, you're shining, honey. You're being guided to step up into the light, honey. Tell them what you know. Tell them what you believe. Tell them what you've learned. Tell them. Tell them. I just keep hearing, tell them, tell them. You've been through a healing process. Is this about you sharing about your healing process? What's at the bottom of the deck? The Fool. You've decided to take a leap of faith. You've realized that everything you need for the journey you have. So I feel like nervous. I feel nervous. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. You've done this so many times and you're so good at it. You're like so natural up there. This is my first time. I'm so nervous. It feels like stage fright from a first time stand-up. It feels like the first time I did comedy stand-up in particular. I had done open mic stand-up, but when I had the opportunity to do comedy open mic, I was like nervous AF. Because I didn't have anything written down. I had never done it before. But I just knew I could get up there and channel some funny shit because that's y'all always laughing at all so much stuff I say anyways. So I just took the risk and decided to try it anyways. So that's the kind of vibe I'm feeling here. Like somebody is about to do something and somehow this involves your spirituality, right? So are you about to speak in front of a group or share some information with a person who you respect deeply, and so their responses to you do freaking matter to you because you hold this person in such a place of esteem, but you have some pretty forward thinking perspectives to share. Not sure how they'll receive that, I hear. Okay. Shining Lotus. There's something beautiful within you that shines and it wants to be shared. So let's go off the top of the tarot now. Now that we see that you're a star, some of you identify as Aquarius zodiac sign, and you thought I was going to say gay, huh? No, I wasn't. Okay. The Queen of this is what's crossing you. So you have a talent, skill, and ability. And I see like, well, show us what you can do. Come on, girl. Show me what you're working with. Hey, we're that. Okay. Yeah. So somebody here is like, well, yeah, actually, I'm a really good singer. I love to sing. I love to dance. I love to speak. I'm a comedian. Okay. Well, why don't you show us? And you're like, oh shit, I wasn't prepared to do it now. Somebody feels like, oh shit, I wasn't prepared to do it now. Ground yourself, okay? This is going to take you someplace you haven't been before. Below you, the Queen of Swords, the painter. I heard you've been really ridiculing yourself about how you do this. Somebody here, you have spiritual talents, gifts, and abilities, and you're finally about to present them to the public to share, because you realize these spiritual gifts, talents, and abilities you have, yeah, they're great for yourself. But how awesome is that when somebody shares it? Like, I could keep all this to myself. Every one of the thousands of videos I've done here that have helped all of the thousands of people that have gotten help over the years to realize things or confirm things or what have you, guide them on their path. I could have kept that to myself, but I knew I wanted to share what I have. I was like, that's wonderful that you can do that. Why don't you show us? This is on your path. This is involving your spirit. Okay. Because this is a spiritual tarot reading of all things. And behind us, we have the Nine of Wands, Fortitude. I just see that you have somebody here, you're finally being pushed to make a change because of something from the past. You have this opportunity. You are like, I'm here and nervous about it, shy about it, didn't know what to do, didn't know how to do it. But it's time. You're going to step up and shine now. Shine on, crazy diamond. Okay, Prince of Cups with the filmmaker. Somebody's like, I can see you on the stage. You're perfect for my role. You have the perfect look for this role. I love your voice for this position. I love what you're talking about. Somebody is watching you. Somebody here, honey, they're going to make a star out of you. I heard, I'm going to make a star out of you. Somebody here, you have an opportunity to become a star. You already have that star quality, and now the right people see it. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what we've been looking for, something fresh, something new, a new face. That's the one. That's the one. That's the new face. That's our new personality. They make you an offer. They make you an offer. See, here's the thing. This is a spiritual tarot reading. But for a minute, it doesn't sound like it. But that's because everything in the physical world is spiritual. That's like part of the whole reason. I'm like, we're going to do a spiritual tarot reading for a different. Oh, okay, that should be different. That should be different. I mean, we don't always do a spiritual tarot reading. Let's do a spiritual tarot reading. Let's see what's unfolding. The Judgment. These are all the names of all the other people that did not get a laugh before you took the open mic. These are all the names of all the people whose shows never made it anywhere. Or is it these are all the names of the greats that paved the path for me to get here? Thank you so much for putting all the rainbow bricks in the rainbow brick road so I can walk this path so easily. These are all the ones that came before me. And I feel like, oh my God, I hope I live up to, I just got to do my best, because now I'm here surrounded by the names of all the greats. So there's something here. Is there a plaque? I heard the word a plaque. Is there a plaque with all the great performers that have been in this place where you're going to perform? Or is it like you're the next on the list to be one of the people that will be one day on the list of the greats? Okay, so I'm picking it up in both ways. Yeah, there's an opportunity here that will lead to greatness. I hear it will lead to your greatness. So what are you doing about this? Two of Cups. Okay, well, I love this. Now, granted, I'm not used to doing this in front of an audience of 50,000 people, but sure, you want me to take the download to the stage and do it in front of 50,000 people? We can do that. Oh, you want me to take my comedy skit and do it in front of 50,000 people? Okay, I love what I do, so you know what? I've never done this before. I hear, but there's a first time for everything. Love. What are you doing? You're choosing love. You're like, oh my God, this is your first time too. I see these two ladies right now. They're having a conversation. They're saying, oh, this is your first time too. Oh my God, I'm new to this too. Oh, really? So So they just got you. This is your first time too. Okay. Well, at least I'm not the only one. Okay. And then of course I hear Sam Smith. Will you say you love me? And now you don't think I know what you done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. Oh, is there somebody here who's like looking at you thinking, well, we're both here to do this for the first time, but oh my God, they like them too. What if they like them better than me? Oh my God. You're giving off love and somebody else is freaking out because you're way too fucking comfortable for this to be your first time. How dare you be so comfortable to get on that mic and do your whole skit in front of everybody? You've never done it live before. You've never done it in front of a crowd. Not this size. Oh my God. How dare you? How dare you be so comfortable to give it a shot? I heard shaking in my boots. Somebody's wearing boots and they're shaking in them. But maybe it's not you, or are you the one shaking? Put in the comments. In your environment, the 10 of Cups. Oh my God, the love that you pour into what you do is returned to you. Honey, they love you too. 10 of Cups. They're like, oh my God, that was the best presentation. That was the best show. That chick is funny as heck. Talking about she ain't never done this before. Yeah, right. They didn't even believe it was your first time because you got up there, you killed the game, you did the damn thing. You came, you put all your love into it. You might have been nervous, had to take a deep breath while you were on deck or in the hole, you know what I'm saying? When you're done, I feel like, and when you're done, you're like, thank you to all the greats who inspired me to get here. And now this just came through as like all these experiences in life gave you all the fuel, all the fodder. I'm hearing fodder, all the fodder. What is fodder? Is that like all the little greens or the little twigs and shit that you throw on to start a fire? It sounds like. Well, let's just look up this word. Why shall we look up this word? Because we said so. Fodder. Food, especially dried hay or feed for cattle and other livestock. Cattle and other livestock. So it's food, especially hay or feed. So is fodder. So it's something. So interesting. All these people, all these greats that came before you, you're gonna be. Is it like where you give recognition to all the greats who came before you, and you give acknowledgement? I see somebody whose whole comedy skit is getting up and talking about all the other fucking comedians and why they were great and how you are shaking in your boots about trying to be as great as them. That's an interesting skit. That's an interesting little outline. But yeah, their whole comedy skit is based off of all the ones that came before and all the ways that they may feel insecure and nervous and insufficient because of the ones that came before. Boom, huge laugh. It's a riot. Oh my God, that person is so funny. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about Johnny Carson in forever. Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live. What? Okay, I don't know. In how you feel, you're like, okay, I'm going to practice. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to have to work out. I want to look as good as the greats. Interesting. So here you are exercising. I'm going to make some changes. Are you saying, you know what? I usually wear my hair on the left. I'm going to wear it to the right. Got to do something different because this is different. So I'm going to do something different. Are you a switch bitch like me and you're going to dress like a girl tonight instead of a guy? I don't know. Oh, thank you. No, it wasn't. That was funny for somebody. That really made somebody laugh. But what you're sensing is this change is epic and the outside world changed because the inside world changed. And now this wall of memory of all the greats is looking like all the things you went through, all the people you were to become who you are. I mean, in this card of liberation, like, I'm free, free falling. You're like, I'm falling right into position and right where I was supposed to be. 'Cause I just got to be free, free, free. Yeah, because you just got to be you. And it's like all these things, every time you got up there and you did something and you did something and you did something. Somebody here, you're just realizing how you used to be such an envious person. You used to work so hard to fit into your world, but as you recognize yourself and you just like own your spirituality and you just boldly be yourself, boom, you're accepted like a mofo. Like they just love how you really are. Like don't fake no front. Don't pretend to be something else. I love you just the way you are. Yeah. I love you just the way you are. Outcome energy. Victory. 6 of Wands. Energy. Victory. Well, I mean, this is looking good. There's freedom here. There's victory. You're crossing the line. If you have been wondering, well, how am I doing in the real life application of this thing that I had perceived or heard about spirituality? Is it working? I've been putting into practice a spiritual activity for myself because I had the vision of what it would be. I had the vision. I could see it. I could just see it. And so now I'm here, and now I'm living as if. Now I'm living as if, leaving room for the universe to show me that it worked. Is it gonna work? Well, it looks like, yeah, it's gonna work. Because, honey, you crossed the line. Victory march for you. I love. For somebody here, this is okay. If you were the one who's like family is addressing you and your vision for your life with your spirituality, what's going on with you spiritually? Like you don't come to church no more. You don't pray with us anymore. You don't come to Sunday study group, Bible study no more. Why are you talking about the universe instead of God? You know, if somebody's questioning you and your spirituality, I see that as you may choose to answer some. One in particular, this Queen of Dis is the one you would choose to answer. But to others, I just feel like you're just like, no, I don't. I love you enough. I'm going to tell you what's going on with me. And it's like, well, I've been learning this. I've been learning that. I've been applying this differently. I had this epiphany, this realization. I learned these laws of the universe. I learned how the universe works here. Like I read this great book, or I got some cool information. Like I started meditating, you know, whatever it was, right? You tell them. And you're going to be surprised at how warmly you'll be embraced. Somebody here, your mama is a real Christian. What you mean? Isn't everybody's mama? No, you know everybody's mama ain't a real Christian. You know everybody's mama is not a real Christian. How do you know that they're a real Christian? Well, we're not sitting here to judge them, but we're going to pretend like we're judging since we have judgment here in the cards. So we may as well. Real Christian, live by love like Christ. Jesus said, I'm giving you a new commandment, that you should love one another as I have loved you. And let me tell you something. Jesus was not in nobody's temple. He was, even in the Bible, he was only in the temple a few times. He lived in the streets with the fishermen. Did you know that in Jesus's day, the fishermen were like the gangsters? They was like the gangsters of the day. They were knife-carrying men. Remember how Peter cut that dude's ear for fucking with Jesus? Oh, you gonna fuck with my humble? I'm gonna cut you, nigga. Yeah, it was like that. He was hanging out with the tax collectors. That's like the fake ass politicians we have. Yeah. Jesus was not stuck up in the temple. So when I say your mama a real Christian, she's not looking for you to be godly to love you or anybody else. She's not looking for you to conform to what she does in order to love you. She is loving you where you're at. because she's a lover, not because you're lovable. Who? Oh, big kudos to you. You're in love with such a lovable person. Oh my God, that person is so nice. Yay, you love them. I'm so proud of you. They have 100 fucking people that love them. Everybody loves them. They're so easy to love. But you see that little vagabond asshole, gangster, little rapscallion over there? I'm fucking angry with them. I can't stand them. Oh, but your mama love them. Mama, how you love him? Because, we're all in a different place. Jesus said to love everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Your mama's a real Christian. You know what I'm saying? Your mama's not like, well, they don't go to my church, so I ain't got no time for them. No, your mama's not like that. Somebody's mama. It's somebody's mama. Look, she's right here. Your mama probably looks like this, too. Did she wear her hair in curls like that? And she get everybody to dinner, Sunday dinner. Y'all have Sunday dinner? Oh, my God. My grandmother used to do this, Sunday dinner at noon. She was so Catholic, but she never, only time I ever saw her at the Catholic church was for a funeral. I saw her in the reception hall for a wedding once that I can remember. I'm just saying, like, this is somebody's mama, right? You'd be surprised. She's a real Christian. She's very accepting. And the thing is, are you talking about this talent, skill, and ability that you've been hiding? Maybe you are a singer, a dancer, a musician, a comedian, whatever. You do something, right? And you put it out there. It's helped. It's been part of your healing process. I hear you used to be real shy. You still get nervous as fuck, but you used to be real shy. Not sure how mama's going to take it if I'm going to go be a backup dancer for... Why am I hearing Justin Bieber? Or my daughter was talking about being a backup dancer for Chris Brown. Okay. Well, your mama is not going to knock you, right? But somebody else, this is like, your approach to faith has just shifted from mainstream to personal. And your mother is still going to respect you. And I hear, you know what? You're a good person. You're a lovable person. And whatever you choose, God lets you choose. So I'm going to let you choose. And God loves us all, even though we have our choice. So I'm going to love you, even though you have your choice. It doesn't mean I have to do what you do. But no, you don't have to do what I do. I'm still going to love you and accept you. So this is definitely an interesting reading. Didn't expect that. But if you got offended, oh, you're not here anymore. They clicked out. If you are still here, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I didn't know what was coming out, but that was it. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Little baby. And I'm out.